Okay, we got to find our A, our B, our C, an X, and a Y. Okay, I'm going to plug this back in. Y equals, I'm just going to write this at the top, AX squared plus BX plus C. So ultimately, we're trying to find an equation. Okay?
She doesn't know.
Thank you. So step 1 is to find your second difference. Okay, so let's start here. -1 minus 2. -3. -2 minus -1. So that's -2 minus -1. Minus a negative become a, thank you, -1. Yeah, because I'll forget. So thank you. Y'all got to remind me. -1 minus -2. Positive 1. 2 minus -1. Positive 3. 7 minus 2. So this is your first difference. So to find the second difference, we have to do it one more time. -1 minus -3. -1 minus -3. So minus and negative become a positive. So it's -1 plus 3, which is 2. 1 minus -1. So minus and negative become a positive. So it's 1 plus 1. 2. 3 minus 1. 5 minus 3. Okay, so that's your second difference. Okay, this is going to be our A value. But what do we have to do to our A value? Divide it by 2. So it's 2 divided by 2, which gives us 1. So your A value is 1. Now let's go find our C. So I go find where X is 0. -1. So this is your C. -1. And then my X and Y, I'm going to use what point? I'm going to use 1 because it's the easiest. So this is your X. This is your Y. And the reason we just go and pick a point is because we're going to plug in to find our B.
Is X always 1?
Pick the one where X is always 1.
Okay.
You can pick any point on that table, but if you pick the one where X is 1, it's easiest because you do it's 1 squared and then it's B times 1.
I was confused on the last one because, like you said, I looked down for like 5 seconds and I
Yep.
saw all these ones and I was like, where did you get the ones from?
If you have a point on the table where X is 1, always use it. If not, you can use whatever, but when you get to the end right here, you would have to divide by whatever is with this B. So if you pick 1, you don't have to divide. Okay, so now we're going to use these points right here to fill, we're going to plug it into here to find B. So what's my Y? 2 equals, what's my A? What's my X? Squared plus B times 1. And then it's minus 1. So what is 1 squared? 1. So this is 1 times 1, which is 1. B times 1 is just B. And then bring down your minus 1. Right here is where we combined like terms. Combine like terms. 1 minus 1 gives you 0. So it went away. So what are you left with over here? B. So what is your B? 2. Now you have your A, B, and C to plug in, and now you have your equation. Winning.
go.
Y equals, I like the enthusiasm. What's your A? Do I have to write a 1? Can I write a 1? Is that make it wrong? No, but they don't normally write a 1. What's your B? So it's plus 2x. What's your C? Minus 1. Thumbs up if you get it. Thumbs sideways if you kind of get it. Thumbs down if you don't get it at all. Everybody give me a thumb. Okay, thumb up if you understand second difference. Thumb down if you don't get second difference. Thumb up, thumb down, thumb up. Okay, that's good. Thumb up if you get how to find your y-intercept on a table. Okay, how do we find that? It's where x equals 0. Thumb up if you get that we're just picking a point on a table for x and y. It does not matter what that point is, but what's the easiest one to pick? 1, where x equals 1. Thumb down if it's the solving for b, which gets you most confused. Be honest. No? I don't. Thumb up if you get solving for b. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next couple, and I am going to do number 1 with you, and then I'm going to pause. I'll pause my video, and then I'm going to let you try number 2 and just get what you can do, and then we're going to check, and then we're going to do the same thing with 3. You're going to get what you can do. We're going to check, and if we get to 4, we get to 4, but we haven't gotten to 4 today. Okay, step 1. Find your second difference. So it's negative 17 minus 12. Minus negative 12. Negative 17 minus negative 12. So minus and negative become a. So what does that give me? Negative 5 is correct. Negative 20 minus negative 17. The minus and negative is what confuses people.
Yeah, when you're doing it, you go from bottom to top.
Bottom to top, correct. Bottom to top. So that gives me negative 3. Negative 21 minus negative 20 gives you negative 1, correct. Negative 20 minus negative 21. Negative 21 is, you're correct, it is 1. Negative 17 minus negative 20 is 3. All right, now that's the first difference. So let's do the second difference. So negative 3 minus negative 5 is positive 2. Negative 1 minus negative 3 is positive 2. 1 minus negative 1, 2. 3 minus 1. Okay, this is your second difference, which is your A. But what do you have to do to your A every single time? You have to divide it by 2. So A is 2 divided by 2. And the reason you have to divide it by 2 is because that is the formula. That's just what you have to do. Okay, so we got that. Now let's go find our C, which is our y-intercept. Yeah? And all you have to do is go find where x is 0. That is your C. Yes. So on the x and y part, go find where x is 1. Use those points. So x is 1, y is negative 20. Okay, now I have my A, C, x, and y. I want to plug into this formula. Ax squared plus bx plus c. What is your y? Negative 20 equals, what's your a? What's your x? And that's squared plus, we don't know what that guy is, or girl, whatever. And then c is negative 21. So now we simplify. So when you use 1, it's really easy.
Wait, I thought C was negative 20.
C is right here, negative 21. Y is negative 20. Yep. No, you're fine. 1 squared is 1. So this becomes a 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So you got negative 20 equals 1. B times 1 is B. And then minus 21. What do I have to do here? Yep, combined like terms. Negative 20 equals negative 20 plus B. Now get B by itself. Yep, you do the opposite. So you add 20. Add 20. What is negative 20 plus 20? 0. And that's okay. B can be 0. That just means we don't have a middle term when we write the final equation. So our final equation is y equals, what's A? Do I have to write a 1? No. Now, since B is 0, I just don't have a middle term. You don't have to write anything. And then what's your C? Negative 21. Okay. What did you get for your second difference? What was this difference? It's what? Oh, this is 7, and then this is 5. And this is 3. 1, negative 1. Good. And then this was negative 2. All the way down. Good job. That's good that you get that, okay? So this is your A. But the kicker is, what do we have to do over here? Divide it by 2. And why? Because that's just part of the formula. So that equals negative 1. Okay? Your C value is where x equals 0. So what is C? Okay. What is your x and y? Yeah. Can you pick any point you want to? Absolutely. But I'm telling you, it's easiest if you just pick the 1. So this is 1. This is negative 3. Okay. Let's do another color. Yep, you definitely can. So now we're going to plug into our formula. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. We're going to plug in all of our values so we can find our b. Y is negative 3 equals a is negative 1, x is 1 squared plus, we don't know our b, and then x is 1, c is negative 4. So now we simplify. What's 1 squared? Let me pause this real quick. I push pause. Okay, 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. B times 1 is minus 4. Okay, now what do I do here? CLT. Reminds me of BLT. That sounds good for lunch. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5 plus b. And then to get b by itself, I add 5. Add 5. So that gives me, woo! Did you? Oh my god, that makes us happy. Okay, I'm not kidding either. This is exciting stuff. Makes me happy when you understand the hard stuff. Okay, so our equation is y equals, what's our a? Do I have to write a 1? Can I? Yes. Okay. Plus 2x minus 4. Who got that right? Right on. There's a few hands who almost got that right. That's cool. I'm good with that. Let me push pause. Let me push stop.